Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to be creating a large serving tray for all your entertaining needs for this upcoming holiday season. The first thing we're going to need is one of these big wooden round trays. I got that at Hobby Lobby. They had them, I want to say they were on clearance or either they were on sale. I can't remember, but you know, they had to be either one for me to pick them up. But anyway, I grabbed a couple of them because I wanted to make some trays. Also, you're going to need this handmade decorative paper or whatever type of paper you want to use. You can use wrapping paper, scrapbooking paper, whatever, tissue. We're just going to decoupage it to the top. I got that paper at Michael's. Again, it was on clearance and I thought it was beautiful. It was just a few pennies and I got several sheets of it, so I thought it'd be great to use on this tray. Well, the first thing we're going to do is paint the edge. This pretty gold color. I think it's 18 karat gold that I use. I'm not sure, but depending on whatever paper that you use, you know, just match your paint accordingly. I'm going to paint the inside edge there as well as the top and outside edge so that everything's nicely covered. It took 2 coats of this paint. It just depends on the type of paint and, you know, the brand. I want to say that's Folk Art that I'm using. I can't remember. But yeah, I just painted the outside edge that gold to match the paper. Now we're going to decoupage everything down. I'm using Mod Podge and I think that's the gloss one. I'm not sure. It may be the matte, but I got those at Dollar Tree. You know, they have those all the time. Considering the fact that I used up a bottle and then another almost a whole 2 bottles on this project, I probably need to invest in just one big one, but anyway, it worked just the same. So I poured it all out and I'm spreading it out with the paintbrush. And then we're going to smooth down the paper. This paper is fairly thick because, like I said, it's handmade paper. But it worked out fine. And I'm just pressing down and smoothing it out, getting all the bubbles and wrinkles and everything out. And then we're going to come back in later on and take our X-Acto knife and, you know, trim out the edges. And here I go, using the rest of that bottle, honey, for this, because this is a fairly large project. And this tray would be great for like hors d'oeuvres or charcuterie, as they call it now. But it'd be great, you know, like I said, for the holidays and for serving, you know, anything pretty much, tea, coffee, you know, whatever you decide you want to use. So yep, just spreading everything out, and just make sure you use a generous amount if your paper's on the thick side so that it'll kind of absorb and adhere better. And guys, if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. And if you would, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because I do everything on this channel, honey. You'll never be disappointed. So here I am, trimming out everything, making it all neat and flush with the inside of the tray. And this was super easy. Once everything dried, I just took a really good sharp knife. I actually changed the blade, or you know how you pop the blade off and get a fresh cut or a fresh edge on the X-Acto or the box cut, whatever this is, razor cutter that you get at Dollar Tree. But you know, you snap the ends off. But yeah, that's what I did. I got, you know, I snapped off the end and got a fresh one so that it was good and sharp. Okay, so what we're going to do now is cover it with the dishwasher safe Mod Podge. That formula, because it'll make it food safe, and then you can actually wash it and it won't affect the paint or anything like that. or the paper, should I say, and paint on the tray. I'm going to give it a good 2 coats of this stuff so it'll be sealed nicely. And then I'm going to come back in and do something else, but I'm going to go back over it again with 2 coats. But you'll see here in a second what I'm going to do. But right now I'm just putting a good coat on top. And if you want to leave it like this, feel free. I just thought, once I looked at it and everything dried, that the gold and stuff was a little too bright, but you'll see what I'm going to do in a little bit. But just make sure that you get the dishwasher safe Mod Podge and give it a good couple coats, maybe 3, depending on the size of your project and, you know, what type of paper and all that stuff, you know, you use. And, let it dry between coats. But this stuff works great. It has to cure. Just follow the directions on the bottle there, and you'll be good to go. Now I'm going to add the handles. I had these drawer pulls that I found at a thrift store. It was a box of them, brand new. I guess whoever bought them decided they didn't want to use them. But I'm going to use those as handles, and I'm just attaching them with the screws that came with it. Now be careful with this wood because it'll split. So you probably want to drill pilot holes. I didn't, and that's why I'm struggling. But drill some little pilot holes first, and then, you know, add whatever handles you want to use for this. And yeah, and that's the fun part, getting creative and finding, you know, something that matches. Now here it is, or here I am, should I say, using some of this antiquing wax. I thought, like I said, that the gold was a little too bright in the paper and the paint. I wanted it to be a little more subtle, so I'm adding this antiquing wax. So I went over everything with the wax, and then I came back, like I said before, with the dishwasher safe Mod Podge, and coated it again to seal up everything, because I want it to be at least food safe, so that I could, you know, if something were edible on here, or I put something edible on it, it would be okay. But tell me if you like it before I added the antiquing wax or after. Some people like that, you know, bright, you know, shininess or whatever. I kind of wanted to be just a little bit more subtle. It was a little too much for the decor that I have going on. And I actually made this for myself and ended up giving it to my daughter because she liked it. So that's why I don't have any pictures at the end of it staged all up with stuff, but I do have a picture of the finished product. But my daughter has this tray now. Luckily, I have some more of these rounds and more of that paper, so I can make myself another one. But yeah, I diluted the wax a little bit and went over and toned it down a bit. And here it is, the finished tray, and I love it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.